Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your weekly reading for March 10th to the 16th. This is for Capricorn and Capricorn rising, and we're going to jump right into it. Capricorn, this is a big week. You know, change is the only constant in the world, and you are definitely going to feel it this week. Have y'all moved yet? There's going to be a lot of y'all moving soon. We're going to get to that. First things first, we're starting this on the 10th, okay, on Sunday, because that is the day of the new moon in Pisces. All right. So this is really big. This is absolutely a really big new moon in terms of communication for you, because what's happening is this new moon in Pisces rules your third house of communication. That can be thinking as well. A lot of things you're going to be thinking about. There's a lot of things you're going to be thinking about. Rules, logic, reasoning, things like that, but also like writing. We're going to talk more about this because you kind of have it throughout the rest of the week. But this new moon, I love it. It's the sun, the moon, and even Neptune, remember, is in Pisces. And the Neptune is really, kind of like, the supporting actress right now. So very, very nice. This is all spirituality. This is all meditation. This is healing. This is really, really beautiful. There is a touch of the subconscious around this time as well for this new moon. So you may be going really deep in terms of thinking deep. And here's why this is really relevant to you out of all the signs, because the same day of this new moon in Pisces, Mercury will sextile Pluto. Okay. So Mercury sextiling Pluto. Wow. Pluto, very powerful. Remember, it brings that intensity. It brings that level of depth. And it is in this sextile with Mercury, the planet of communication. So this is happening on the same day with all this activity in Pisces in your third house of communication. So you see how there's a lot of things that you may want to communicate. There's a lot of things you may think really deeply about around this new moon in Pisces. Okay. And it really is going deep. I said in your March forecast, think about the Mariana Trenches. There have been more people in space than there have been to the bottom of the ocean. There's so many mysteries there. Pluto is known for mysteries. Pluto is known for secrets. So there could even be this unburdening for you, something that you've been holding in. You're like, I got to get this out, or something that you haven't been thinking about. You're like, I really, really need to make time to think about this so everything else makes more sense. And I give myself some, that headspace that I deserve. So a lot of it, remember I said Pisces, the subconscious, right? And so a lot of this day, okay, and the days after, remember, this is just the peak aspects. Around this time, you could be really going into places that you may have been afraid to go to, in terms of the way that you see things, or things that you're thinking about, conversations you've got to have. So just keep that in mind. New moons, you always want to manifest. You always want to set intentions. You want to plant seeds. It's a new cycle. This is a brand new cycle. This is a new opportunity that's being gifted to you. So a lot of y'all could have a really, big moments around this time too, like contracts and stuff. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if they're, was it like house contracts? What are those called? Mortgages? Anyway, you buying a house, because remember, the sun moved into your north node in Aries. That's there all year long in your fourth house of home. So a lot of Capricorns have home on their minds, real estate, okay? Even parents, family, children. Now, family is also a big thing, because remember, you see that overlap with all this activity in Aries. Mercury moved into Aries last week. We were approaching, Aries season next week. We've got that solar eclipse in Aries next month. So you see big buildup in Aries in your fourth house of home at the same time during this new moon in your third house that also rules siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, and even neighbors. That's right. So a lot of y'all could be thinking about moving. If not moving, maybe doing something like renovating, doing something really big with the place that you live in. But remember, there's a lot of family stuff happening this week. Now, the thing before, and actually on this day, Jupiter and Saturn are still very harmonious. So I really, really like that for you. Now, one of the reasons I bring that up is because remember, Jupiter and Uranus are in Taurus in your fifth house. Pleasure, love, romance, family, children. Do you see all the overlap with family energy that's happening here? Okay. The reason I bring this up is because I know that, so I dropped these forecasts a few days before the actual week, okay? So if you're actually watching this before March 10th, pay attention to March 9th, all right? Mars squaring Uranus. I talked about this in your monthly forecast. Mars can be a little aggressive, can be very combative, and it's squaring Uranus. So this is a challenging aspect, okay? It's a challenging aspect with Uranus, a planet of surprises that is in your fifth house of love, of pleasure, of romance, of creativity, self-expression, procreation, recreation. So there could be something that goes sideways, okay? Just keep that in mind. And it kind of, the energy does spill over into this new moon. So just keep that in mind. Remember, Mars is still in Aquarius, so there's that rebellious energy there, all right? So there could be, if you find yourself, someone's like fishing, have an argument with you, or just something that just don't walk down streets where, there's a lot of, ninjas on it. Okay. Just trust me, you don't want to do that around this day. Mars squaring Uranus. All right. Just be cool, stay frosty, be that authentic, awesome, amazing Capricorn. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Now, the other thing is on Tuesday, the 11th, March 11th, we've got Venus moving into Pisces. I absolutely love this. I really love this for you. Okay, really, absolutely. Well, Venus is exalted in Pisces, by the way. Venus is in her throne in Pisces. It's such a feel-good aspect. And it's not just this week, Capricorn. It's the entire month. Venus is in Pisces the entire month. And so, again, this is just that, everything that I've said about what's really happening this month with all this Pisces energy, a lot of faith, a lot of empathy, a lot of intuition. It's just Venus in Pisces alone. It's just so romantic. Venus, a planet of love and romance. Okay. Remember, you got Jupiter there in your fifth house. So this is really, really nice. If you are here for love, if you're not, this is just still very, very, it's a very artsy, very whimsical, it's very creative. Okay. Venus is creative. Pisces is creative. Okay. A lot of imagination there. So really just being creative about things, and you're just going to really feel it. And it may even feel very visceral, but there's a lot of peace and, harmony and compassion that's around this. Remember, Venus is very feminine. Okay. Pisces is also very feminine. Okay. Pisces is also water, right? Water sign. So there's that emotion about it. So you could feel like emotionally moved around this time. Do you like all the hand gestures I'm doing? Now on the weekend, we've got Moon in Gemini. Okay, we got the Moon in Gemini. Very interesting. So this is why I think that you're still going to have like a lot of conversations this week and be very communicative, is because Gemini rules the third house of communication. But Moon in Gemini actually rules for you, Capricorn, your sixth house, and that's everyday activities. It's work. Okay, work is in there. All right. The process of work, like labor, hiring employees, talking to employees, things like that. And even health and fitness. Okay. So there could be some moments there where you're just really like the gears are turning. Okay. Moon in Gemini is a very social aspect. So you could be very chatty, very, conversational over your martinis this weekend. You could be thinking a lot, strategizing. You could be going to lectures. You could be giving a lecture yourself. Like this is that time. Okay. So there's a lot of enthusiasm with the Moon in Gemini, and, just know it's a lot of mental stimulation around this time. So with that said, let's do it, Capricorn. Let's see what's going on for you for March 10th to the 16th. Again, this is for Capricorn and Capricorn rising. If you do want to read for your Moon, your Venus, all those other placements in your chart, you are absolutely welcome to. So Capricorn, let's do it. Let's get started. See what's going on for you. Okay, March 10th to the 16th. Now, Capricorn, like I said last week, because I didn't say it yet, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Really does offer the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Capricorn, I love y'all. Thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Y'all. Oh gosh, you're good. Don't even. Okay, Capricorn, you're good. You are going to have some conversations. You are going to be having new things happen around this new moon in Pisces. Remember, you want to set intentions. Put that energy out there. What do you want? What do you want to manifest? But it looks like there is a lot of things going your way. A lot of things going your way this week. This is absolutely amazing. I'm very happy for you. All right, so let's get started. You got the Hanged Man. This is really great. One of the reasons why I love that the Hanged Man showed up in your spread is because remember what I said. Neptune is like the supporting actress this week. Neptune is going to be very active this week. Just wait until next week. Oh my goodness. Actually on Sunday, and we're going to talk about, and that's March 17th. We'll talk about that more next week, but that's when we have the Sun conjuncting Neptune. Anyway, but the Hanged Man is attributed to Neptune, okay? And so that's why I really love this. So when I say you're going to be thinking about new things, there's going to be a lot of gears turning, especially with all this activity in Pisces. Well, there you go. The Hanged Man, look at him. He's got a halo around his head. He's got a smile on his face. He's hanged himself upside down, okay? He's done this in a very dramatic way to really make this statement. I'm prepared for changes in my life. It's the very first thing I said for you, Capricorn. Change is the only constant in this world. And I say that because guess what comes after the Hanged Man? The Death card. The card of transformation. So he's preparing for himself for this big transformation, okay? And a lot of it is just like you have to see things in a different way, okay? Especially from what's happened in the past. Now, speaking of that, he surrendered it all. There are things you do not want to take with you in this next chapter, in this next cycle. And so you've got to recognize that. You got to recognize it and you've got to just leave it in the past, okay? Some things are best left buried, all right? And a lot of it will be things that you dig up anyway. And then you can just, you're going to dig it up out of your mind, out of your subconscious, and then you can bury it, okay? Throw it back in the, Mariana Trenches. Just be like, I'm free now. I don't need that. I don't need that. This is really great. This is very spiritual too. Remember I said it's a very spiritual month. It's a very healing month. You've got the Hanged Man. So a lot of y'all are already thinking new ways. A lot of y'all are already embracing that. A lot of y'all are possibly already having conversations about new things because you also got the Page of Cups right after the Hanged Man. The Page of Cups, come on, in the heart of your spread. Absolutely amazing, okay? This is, pages are messengers. So remember I said how communication is going to be very active for you this week. You got the messenger here, okay? Pages are messengers. They're the newbies in the royal court. They bring in that fresh new energy. What did I say? New moon in Pisces. Put that energy out there. Actually, the Page of Cups has a lot of Piscean energy, okay? You even see the fish coming out of the cup here. So just remember, this is a week where you could, because it's such a spiritual week, that remember, intuition is going to be really heightened. Pay attention to your dreams. I said Neptune is very active. Neptune rules dreams. And so you could be getting intuitive messages this week. So really connect intuitively because cups are intuition. He's very intuitive. He's very intuitive, okay? He knows things. He knows things. The other thing is, this is when I say new, you got something new coming. You got something new coming this week for sure. And again, it can be a message that you receive. It doesn't have to be spiritually too. It can be like through your, like WhatsApp or email or whatever. There could be something that you're looking forward to. There could be something that you need to hear. Okay. This, however, is showing me, look at your spread here. There is something new that you want and you are ready to follow your bliss. Go for it. Go for it. Okay. Now you do have the Five of Pentacles in your challenge area. So when I say let things go, you've got to let things go because there is still a sense of something like, and it could be, as we approach the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra in the next few weeks, it's going to be a big thing, and we're moving toward that. You're going to start feeling a little bit more. And there's also other aspects that's happening before we get there. And of course, we'll talk about that. But this is a month of letting a lot of things go to let all the new in. All right. Remember, we're approaching the equinox. We're having a changing of the season, but that's a new cycle. Okay. And so remember, you want to leave things in the past that's not serving you well. All right. Recognize it. Some of it could be decisions about money. Something could be about finances. One of the reasons why is because, sure, it's the Pentacles. Okay. Money, finances here. All right. Secondly, we still have Mars and Pluto in Aquarius in your second house of money. So there could be something about finances here that you're leaving something for something new. And it's almost like you may not feel good about it, but it's the best thing for you. Look at what's happening. The second thing is the Five of Pentacles is a Taurus card. And so remember I said Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus. So, but Uranus is really active with squaring Mars. And so there could be something there where it just makes you feel like, oh, in terms of your fifth house of pleasure, something that brings you a lot of pleasure. Okay. And there again can be something family related there, but looks like something may be holding you back or someone may be holding you back, but it's not making you feel really good about yourself. So that's why you need to look up, you need to find that support you need, but also really, really communicate. Really, really communicate. Don't hold anything in. Don't bottle anything up. Communicate diplomatically. All right, because remember Venus is at play in a really big way. All right, it's all about diplomacy. Now you've got the King of Wands in your crown. There you go. I mean, listen. You're seeking this major transformation. You're seeking this major transformation, and it's clear as day. One of the reasons why this is actually really, really impactful is because the King of Wands, first, all the males in the court cards in the wand suit, they have this element of transformation about them. And it's represented by the salamander or the Ouroboros. And you see both here. You see the salamander at its feet. You see the Ouroboros in his crown, right? Or throne. And so there is a sense of like death and rebirth. There's a sense of I really want this transformative experience, especially with possibly your passions, your careers and job and profession, enterprise, all of that's really wands related, but so is just your ideas and even like creativity. That is going to be a big thing this week. Really being on top of that. Okay. Really being on top of that and having all those creative outlets that you need. Secondly, King of Wands is Leo. What did I just say about him being all about transformation? Leo rules your 8th house of transformation, death and rebirth. And also remember, there is that depth, okay? Because Pluto is the ruling planet of the 8th house. So there is that depth that is really going deep, but it just seems like you just want to be on top. It seems like you just want to be on top of your passions. You want to be immersed in your passions, very high spirited. King of Wands is like epitome of fire. Remember the fire suit. That's what the wands are. So just like, yeah, just feeling really good, just spirited. I really love this. And keep going because you do have the 9 of Wands and the root of your spread. Now, do you remember your March forecast when you had the 9 of Wands in your future? And so it happened because now we're here where it's in the root of your spread. How cool are you, Capricorn? You're so cool. But with the 9 of Wands, it's just saying, yeah, you're still feeling that big squeeze, all right? But remember, this is a card of perseverance. This is a card of not giving up. This is a card of saying, heck no, you can keep coming at me. No one's going to get my goat. You get that, right? Because you're the goat. Anyway, but you in more ways than one. But what is really compelling here is remember how I said the subconscious will be at play this week. You're going to be really, really thinking about things. You're going to be going really deep, really deep. How crazy with the 9 of Wands coming up in the root of your spread, okay? Because the 9 of Wands, this is a Sagittarius card. And actually, it's Moon in Sagittarius. But what's really interesting is that Sagittarius rules your 12th house of the subconscious. So do you see how everything is just aligning with what's happening astrologically for you? And then there I go with the hands again, like I'm on a roller coaster. Speaking of roller coaster, you're going from like seeing things, new things, and then yes, I got it. Look, you got the 3 of Pentacles in your future. You're good. There's something new happening for sure. There's something new happening for sure. Because look across your cross here. You have the Hanged Man, you have the Page of Cups, and now you got the 3 of Pentacles, okay? So there's this, almost like this rebirth, like seeing things, like this new mentality, letting things go, to let new things in, pages, the newbies, right? And now you have the Three of Pentacles, three, all about creation, the birth of new things, it's growth, it's advancement, it's development. And so there is, looks like some of y'all are definitely getting new jobs or starting something new where other people are involved. You know, a very social week too. So remember to conversate, to conversate. Three of Pentacles. I'm going to just focus on this. This is at the core of this card. What I really love about it is one of those cards where it's coming up in a lot of people's readings or a lot of signs readings this week. But when I say be social and have conversations and communicate, well, this card is all about that. You see that the stonemason here, he can't build this cathedral without those architects and vice versa. So it really is this working with others for success. This is the card of teamwork. But it's also, you know, even something coming off the ground, like a project or something that you've been wanting to just finally unroot. It's happening. And of course it is Pentacles. So remember, could be there's some money involved, and money is attached to career. We have careers to make money, but there is something new. It seems like there is something that you may be working with others for this new path for you, which is really amazing. Let's get to your stuff. Capricorn, if you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, all that fun algorithm stuff. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. You know, you're amazing. Yeah, I love y'all. I wouldn't be here without y'all. So I really do appreciate it. Very grateful. Look at you. You're good. You're fine. Don't even play. You're really good. You just let those. Here's the thing. I don't want you to feel like, I don't want you to feel any like low energy frequencies this week. In order to not feel that, you really have to trust your intuition. You really have to let those things, you know, belong to the past. Okay. Those things that you know are holding you back. But look at this. You are so good. You got the Ace of Swords. Capricorn, you are going to have that breakthrough. This is, you know, swords are not only like, this is not only true perception, being honest with yourself. This is also what I said earlier, contracts. Contracts could be a big thing for y'all, okay? Remember, you have a lot of third house activity this week. There is possibly a lease. That's what I was thinking about. A lease for a house or something could also be a thing. But this is, remember, breakthrough. This is the complete breakthrough, especially mental breakthrough. You know, swords are the, you know, like I said, the mental suit. You see the victory, the crown for victory. There is a sense of peace here as well. Remember, I said there's so much peace, that energy of peace this week. Okay, you even see the olive branch. But if you have been going through something, there is almost like you do want this peace to it. So just keep gutting that way. I mean, this is just very powerful. Ace of Swords is very powerful, especially like intellectually, of the mind, having that breakthrough, seeing, you know, is it head above the clouds. Now you also got the Eight of Wands. Whoosh. You're fine. You're good. This is saying that things are moving fast for you. Okay. Things are going to move fast for you, especially this new thing that you want. Put that energy out there. Remember, I said wands are all about, like, they're so energetic. They're so lively. And wands, the Eight of Wands is great. Think of them as arrows just zipping through the air, okay? And I say that because this card is attributed to Sagittarius, just like the Nine of Wands. And so Sagittarius is the archer, right? And so, but look at the wands. They are completely aligned as they're flying through the air. And wands are in their happy place in the air. They don't like being bolted down. They're happy. All right. So things are definitely moving forward for you. There's this movement, this forward momentum. You're fine. You're good. You're absolutely good here. And remember, Sagittarius does rule your 12th house. So a lot of it can be up here. It's like this breaking free from something that's been holding you back up here. Just letting it, just like saying bye, bye, bye. Right. Was that in sync? Or the other one? Two of Pentacles. There you go. This is your card, Capricorn. I hope you know that. You know, the Two of Pentacles is a Capricorn card. But yeah, again, there it is. It's just saying, like, you don't want to, it's almost like whatever situation you may feel that you're in where you have to leave something behind, it's something that could have been like a juggling act. We do call him the juggler, but there is a sense of now finding that balance, right? Finding that balance. And that's all that you want. You want to find that balance. And if it means letting something go, you got to let that go. It means prioritizing something a little bit more important for you than something else. It's doing that too. Okay. And again, it can be money related. It can be something money related here. And then lastly, you've got the Queen of Wands. Hello. That's a lot. Well, first you got the king and queen. You got the pair here. You got the pair. The difference between the king and the queen, the kings, their energies are more external, right? Their powers are more external, whereas the queens are more internal. Now, the Queen of Wands is a little different. She is the most popular queen. She is the most charismatic queen. She is compelling. People gravitate toward her. Therefore, she can get whatever she wants. She can get whatever she wants. Okay. You think of I don't know. You think of Alicia Keys, Nicole Kidman, doesn't matter. Any celebrity walk into a room, they can get anything they want. Like the Queen of Wands, that power of attraction. You even see in her hand, she's got the sunflower. Okay. You see it in her throne too, right? Those sunflowers actually appear in the actual sun card. And so she holds all the powers of the sun: optimism, growth, opportunity, abundance. You're good. You're good. You're going to be absolutely fine. It's almost like the things that you want, that you want, you're attracting it now. I mean, you're good. You're good. You may feel like you're going through a big squeeze, especially with the Five of Pentacles in your challenge area, and the Nine of Wands and the root of your spread. But remember, this is all about just saying, nope, I'm going to get through. I'm going to keep going. Nothing. Look, you see him standing in front of the wands. Remember that, okay? He's protecting his wands. He's everything that he's worked hard for, all the passions that he has, that, nothing is going to take it away from him. So there is, again, maybe a little of a squeeze, especially with that Mars squaring Uranus, but otherwise, set those intentions, plant those seeds, put that energy out there. What do you want? The universe is going to give it to you. Okay. You've got to take action though. All right. I don't know why I'm doing all these. Anyway, you got to take action. You got the Page of Cups in the heart of your spread. Okay. This is really, really nice. Remember, cups are emotions. Something that's going to fulfill you emotionally. But I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of y'all get new jobs. If you're single, maybe a new relationship. Maybe you're interested in someone. Maybe you're interested in pursuing some new career path. Maybe you're doing something visionary, artistic. But at the end of the day, I mean, Queen of Wands with a 8 of Wands, like you're good. Things are going to happen for you, Capricorn. With that said, thanks so much. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, talk to me, tell me what's going on. Capricorn, next week, oh yeah, oh boy, we got the big one. Okay, we got we got 2 conjunctions next week, and then we got Mars moving into Pisces. So you see this build up in Pisces. That again, your 3rd house of communication, but also siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors, things like that. The other thing is, like, it is travel. So some of y'all could be traveling this week or planning trips, especially if it's visiting family too, or planning trips to look at real estate in other places, but you're still going to travel. Some of y'all are going to be traveling. All right, Capricorn, y'all are amazing. I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.